I was meant to do this video yesterday, but I had such a terrible tech day that I ended up in tears because my computer just completely shut down and I couldn't get into it. I thought I'd lost the whole lot. So I thought there's no point in me jumping on a live when I'm in a state that I was yesterday. So I bumped it to today. All is sorted, so I am feeling much better off for it. So today I am talking about fermented foods. I had a really great feedback from the video that I shared last week when I was talking about, foods to fuel you and to keep you sustained and how to sustain your blood sugar levels. And so I thought I would, instead of doing cooking videos every week, then I will jump on and just share some of my knowledge, which I know is really valuable and important. So I'm talking all about fermented foods today. What are fermented foods? So what are the different types, why they're beneficial, and how to get them more into your diet. My name is Nixon from Wellbeing, and I'm all about healthy eating made easy. So fermented foods are the fermentation process provides a healthy bacteria which gives a probiotic effect in the gut. And so, as you know, if you have been on antibiotics, it's really recommended that you go through a process, a process of probiotics to restore the good bacteria in your gut. What fermented foods do is that they feed that good bacteria so that it's more balanced and they have that probiotic effect. So it's almost like it's maintenance. It's like a warrant of fitness to keep your gut at those healthy levels. So I've just got some notes here because there's no way that I can remember everything. Because of the natural sugars and the starches have been broken down during the fermentation process, it means that your body can absorb it's easier to digest the foods, the fermented foods. And I'll explain what those are here in a moment. Fermented foods help the potential to absorb the minerals and vitamins from the foods that you're eating because they've been broken down, which is really beneficial. Research shows that they improve your mood and well-being and reduce depression and having those lower moods, because I don't know if you've heard, but they say that our second brain is in our gut. And if your gut is unbalanced, then that's going to affect how you feel. If you've got a well-balanced gut, then you're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to be in a less depressive state. So that is a huge, huge benefit to getting more into your diet. And the last one that I talked about before, they can have the same effect as probiotics. So if you've been on a course of antibiotics, then to get more into your diet is really, really beneficial. Okay, so what are the different types of fermented food? So you've got kimchi. I've got some sitting here. So you've got kimchi, which is made from fermented veggies like cabbage and daikon radishes and that type of thing. I make my own kimchi, I make my own sauerkraut, I make my own kombucha, and then I'll talk about the other ones. So kimchi is very spicy. If you're buying it from a shop, always buy fermented foods like the sauerkraut, kimchi, that type of thing. Always buy them from the refrigerated section, not just sitting on the shelf. And kimchi is it's got a spicier, it's often got a chili paste in it. Divine, just absolutely divine, chunkier than sauerkraut. So sauerkraut is like a pickled cabbage and often made from red and green cabbage. You can put apple in there and lots of different spices. So then you've got kombucha, which is a fermented tea. I've just put my brew of kombucha on this morning. It has a sugar syrup, but the great thing is that it's got a SCOBY, what you call a SCOBY, and that's the mother or the live culture, and that eats up the sugar content of it, and you're left with the really great fermented kombucha. I feel like I can't get my words out. So that's kombucha. Miso, which is a seasoned, made from fermented soybeans. So yeah, this is, I get a gluten-free one. I cook a lot with miso, so that's really, and especially because it's getting cooler, you can have a warm cup of miso, put some seaweed in it, put some tofu in it, so it's a really great substantial snack. You've got tempeh, which is made from fermented soybeans. It's very high in probiotics. I've only cooked tempeh a couple of times. I've learned that you need to boil it to really get to release the nutritional benefit of it, and then you can stir fry it and flavour it. But that was a tip that I got from huckleberries actually, and quite a strong, rich taste, but really, really good. It's kind of it's in the similar family to tofu, but tastes quite different to tofu. And then you've got probiotic yogurt, which is made from fermented milk. Lots of those are on the shelves at the supermarket. And then to finish off, you've got kefir, which is a type of cultured dairy product. Kefir is one thing that I haven't quite managed to get my taste buds around. I have tried to make my own milk kefir, and you have kefir grains, and you can do a water kefir or you can do a milk kefir. It's, yeah, because I don't eat a lot of dairy and I don't eat milk, so drink milk, so it wasn't something that I really, really enjoyed. How to get these into your diet, and how much should you have? So ideally, if you have got a weak, or a sensitive stomach, I would start off slowly and just, start with 1 to 2 serves and then slowly increase it. If you're used to having, a lot of type of food, or you've got quite a robust stomach, then you could have 3 to 4 serves. Like you could have some kombucha, you could have a miso, you can just, with your sauerkraut or your kimchi, you can just have it on the side, or you can stir it through coleslaws, or you can stir it, I put it into Vietnamese fresh spring rolls, into the mixture. Often I just have it on the side. With a kombucha, I half and half it with soda water, so that I'm still getting the health benefit, but I'm just, because some kombucha, especially on the market, you've just got to make sure that you're getting a low sugar one. And also it makes it go further as well. So miso, you can drink, just have it hot, or there's a lot of dressings that I put miso into. I do a lovely salmon dish. You can spread it over the top and have miso flavored salmon grilled. So there's lots of different ways that you can use that. Just looking at probiotic yogurt, obviously you have it for breakfast. You can put it into smoothies. You can just have it as a snack with berries and nuts. And kefir, I'm not actually quite so sure about that, but I was just drinking it straight. So yeah. Okay. So very, very easy to make yourself. Kimchi takes less fermenting time. It's about 5 to 7 days, whereas kimchi you need to leave for 2 weeks depending. Kombucha takes a couple of weeks in the whole process. So kefir being more spicy but quicker. But very, very easy to make yourself. So I would highly recommend that you just Google some recipes and give it a go and just get more into your diet. I would love to know how much, do you eat fermented foods? Is it something that's important to you, or has this sort of given you some inspiration around what you can do and how to get it more into your diet? I would love to know. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.